Yo, what's going on, America? Just a little quick little video I wanted to put out real quick. So not gonna be terribly long or anything like that. Probably about 10 minutes maybe. So basically, what I wanted to talk about was what happened with Uber. One of Uber's autonomous cars flipped over. Now the reports are that it wasn't the vehicle's fault. It was another human driver that was at fault. So um, Uber went ahead and they pulled all the vehicles so that, you know, I guess they can investigate, but really it's just to save face. Uh, Uber's been in so much turmoil these past few months here, leading into 2017, you know, where everything that happens now is like a smear to Uber's brand. And Uber needs to save face with the people that either drive for them or are riders, or just the general public that don't even care about Uber. They heard of Uber, but they don't use Uber. They have a bad rap right now, and when you got a bad rap, you have to save face, and that's exactly what this move is. It's not because it's not because the the car was at fault. It's because they're trying to save face with the general public because, like I said, they got a bad rap right now. I mean, no one really has a good outlook on what Uber is doing. You know, we got all kind of issues. We got the CEO getting into an argument with the driver, and the driver was completely in the right. You know, and it's funny because the Uber CEO, uh, Travis, you know, he should know better. You know, he should know that drivers have cameras in their car. Not all drivers, but some drivers. You know, so he should have been that guy that's looking around for a camera or whatever. Uh, so that's bad look for Uber. They have a lot of situations going on right now, and then they got the investigation pending, which is an investigation that they have the former attorney general. He's taking that case up on Uber's behalf to figure out what happened there, where it was a rape investigation or some kind of sexual scandal. You know that scandal. And then something new came out about the Uber CEO. I mean, he's always doing something wrong. And not to mention the thing with 45, which was a bad thing right there because it just showed to me and a lot of other people where pretty much where Uber stands. Now, I always said this: if you in business, it's two things you shouldn't even contribute to, right? Or even talk about, mention anything. And that's politics and religion. They both go hand in hand. These are two different things that my auntie taught me back in the day. Just don't even talk about, don't even say. Like you don't have to tell people who your favorite president is and all that. These are things you don't need to talk about. You also don't need to talk about who you worship, right? I mean, I know we're proud of some of these things, but these are things that can be touchy and could cost you a lot. Could cost you a job, could cost you your livelihood. These are things that you just don't want to bring up in pretty much any scenario you can think about, right? Like, I'm one of those kind of people that think, why would somebody put a bumper sticker? Like, I still see, vote for Hillary bumper stickers, vote for Obama bumper stickers, and or the other guy, 45. Like, why do you have that on your car? Like, like to me, it's like you want to anger somebody. You know what I'm saying? It is. You want to make somebody mad because everybody doesn't like Obama, everybody doesn't like Hillary, and everybody doesn't like 45. We know this, right? So why would we do this? I know, like I said, I know we're proud of these certain individuals or whatever. I guess you know. Now I don't have a problem with the with the religion side of the bumper stickers because generally those are not like in that case, that's not the worst thing you can do. But when you talking politics, that is terrible. You know. Now, I work pretty far out from where Cleveland, Ohio is, uh, and I seen somebody recently with a Confederate flag. Why? I mean, we don't need to do these things, people. Like, come on, man. Like, we don't need, you know what I'm saying, to do these things. And I know this is kind of going outside of the scope that I normally talk about, which is Uber and Lyft. But these are things that we need as a people to understand that these are things that we need to put aside. Leave it alone. Okay? We don't need to be talking about politics, and we don't need to be bringing up old remnants of flags that represent a bad time in America. Now, I don't care what, I talked to a guy before and he told me what the flag used to represent. I'm like, okay, but a swastika used to represent something different too. But when we see it, it means something terribly bad. We don't need to, come on now. I mean, stop it. It's simple. So, basically with Uber, they've been going through all kind of stuff. The newest thing that they got is apparently they went to some kind of dance thing or whatever where it was some escorts there. And this is a report that I heard from Uberman, so I'm basically pretty much going off of what he said here. And I agree that as a person that's in the limelight or that's in, the public opinion, you need to be careful what you do. That doesn't say that, oh man, he can't have a life. Like, yeah, you're supposed to be able to have a life, but it's crazy how when you become so popular, you become so known to the public eye that people, if you out and about, people recognize your face. Well, you can't. It's like you can't do certain stuff because everything that you say and do, someone's gonna have an opinion on why you did that and why you shouldn't do that and blah blah blah, right? So it's very important that we understand those things because if you don't, you end up subjecting yourself to a lot of negative talk. Okay, so that's a few things that's going on with Uber, and then with Lyft, they actually just paid $27 million to drivers for a misclassification. So essentially, what they did is what they call it. They call it independent contractors, and I guess somehow, some way that wasn't clarified. I don't know how or whatever. I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, so I don't know the legal ramifications of how that wasn't clear to drivers or whatever the case may be, and how this whole thing came about. I just think that it's very ironic that that it wasn't clear, but independent contractor. Look it up in a dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Look it up on your phone. I mean, it's pretty clear to me what an independent contractor is. So, but anyway, these drivers are going to get a little bit of money. And from what I understand, it breaks down on how many hours you put in a week, I guess. So some drivers will get maybe a couple hundred, maybe 100 or so, maybe a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand. So it just depends on how much work you put in, how much you're gonna get. But it is only in like California. So for me, I ain't getting jack, right? Not that I was even wanting anything because I didn't think that I needed anything for it anyway because I didn't think nothing of it. It's the first time I'm hearing about this, right? So I'm about to end this video like that. Now, what I want to say so that people understand where I stand. I'm not really into politics where I want to bring it to you on YouTube. I'm not into like religion to a point where I want to bring it to you on YouTube. I leave that for somebody else, okay? What I bring to you is stuff that I know about ride sharing, either the facts that I know or maybe even some facts or maybe some opinions that I heard from like a different person. Like personality like Uberman or the rideshare guy. These are guys that I look at, and when I look at they stuff, I can relate to most of it, and I can bring that to my subscribers as well. So with that being said, you know what to do. Comment below, subscribe, like, don't like, whatever you want to do. But like I always say at the end of my videos, hey, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. It's your boy Prime. I'm out.